Hi everyone, my name is Naila Salsabila and I'm from Class C. And today I'd like to share a topic that I've listened to and learned from recently. I choose this because it really caught my interest and gave me many insights both in language and the content. Well, the topic I'm going to talk about is the movie Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. It's a fantasy adventure film about a teenager who finds out he's the son of Greek god and is suddenly involved in a mission to stop a war between the gods. Well, I'm interested in this topic because I always love fantasy stories and mythology since I was a kid. And there's something really exciting about magical worlds and, powerful gods and heroic characters going on dangerous quests. When I first heard about Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, I was immediately curious because it combines ancient Greek myths with modern day settings. That's not something you see every day. I also like stories where the main character starts out as an ordinary person, but later he discovers they have a big destiny. From watching this movie, I learned that Percy Jackson is not just an ordinary teenager, he is actually a demigod or the son of Poseidon. So the story begins when Zeus' lightning bolt is stolen, and Percy is accused of being the thief. To prove his innocence, he travels across the US with his friends, Annabeth and Grover, to find the real thief and return the bolt to Olympus before war breaks out. And throughout his journey, he faces mythical creatures like Medusa, the Hydra, enters the underworld and meets Hades. What I found most interesting is how the movie blends real places like Las Vegas and New York with fantasy settings, showing that mythology can still be relevant in our time. While watching the movie in English, I picked up a lot of new vocabulary, especially words related to mythology and fantasy such as demigod, underworld, and lightning bolt, betrayal, something like that. I also learned how to pronounce names like Chiron, Annabeth, Grover, Poseidon, Zeus, and also listening to native speakers helped me improve my pronunciation and understanding of how emotions are expressed in English. Especially in dramatic or intense scenes, I even practice repeating some of the lines to improve my speaking and intonation. Well, from this movie, I learned how powerful and influential Greek mythology still is today. Many of the characters and creators in the movie are based on ancient stories that are thousands of years old. For example, the idea of Mount Olympus, magical weapons, and gods like Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades are all taken from Greek myths. The movie also shows how ancient culture can be adapted to modern times, like placing Mount Olympus on top of an Empire State Building, or having the entrance to the underworld is in Los Angeles. And this creative plan made me realize that mythology is not just history, but also a tool for storytelling, even in today's pop culture. One of the biggest challenges while watching the movie was understanding fast-paced dialogue, especially during action scenes, and sometimes the characters spoke quickly or there was loud background music, which made it hard to catch every word. And to solve this, I usually paused or replayed the scenes when I didn't understand something. And I watched YouTube explanation or scenes breakdowns to help me understand the context better. And by doing this, my listening skills slowly improved and I became more confident in understanding native speech. So, everyone, that's my presentation about Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief. And through this movie, I learned new vocabulary, improved my listening and pronunciation, and gained more knowledge about Greek mythology, all while having fun. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy my presentation, and I recommend you this movie if you were into fantasy and mythology. Thank you so much. Bye bye.